Ayo sebut Naura.
George Harrison, the guitarist of the Beatles, once said, "Guitar is not a thing. It is an extension of myself. It is who I am." Hi, my name is Naura, and I play guitar. I have been playing for about a year. So here I will be in the 10 minutes I will be presenting about fun fact about guitars, legends of the guitarist, and types of guitars. Here there are types of guitars. The first thing here we have the acoustic guitar, the classic guitar, and the electric guitar. The differences between the classic and acoustic, because many people think they are the same thing, but they are actually not. So the classic guitar uses nylon strings, so it is basically the strings are more lighter, producing a softer sounds, and the acoustic guitar have more tighter strings, so it can actually burn your fingers if you're a first timer, but it produces a slightly better sound because the strings are more tighter. And the electric guitar here has harder strings, so you will need an amplifier for this to make a sound, because if you don't have an amplifier, it wouldn't make a sound. Is ukulele and guitar the same thing? Let's find out. So, the truth is, ukulele is not a guitar, but it is a part of the guitar family. Ukulele has 4 strings and the guitar has 6 strings. Ukulele was made in Hawaii. So, what are the main parts of the guitars? We have the tuning machine up there. It is used to tune strings to make it less tenseful. And the fingerboard is used for when you use your fingers right here. Is when you press a string, it will make a sound. And the body of the guitar is the container for all the parts of the guitar, and the bridge is for the strings to make it a part of it. So, does anybody know what this country is? I'm pretty sure you do. It is
Africa.
No, not Africa. Yes, Spain. And what continent? Yes.
Europe.
So, guitar was invented in Spain in the 19th century in 1800s. So, guitar was inspired from the musical instrument called oud, transforming into a guitar from revolution. So I won't tell you much about this one because it may be very confusing for new people. So theory music is a way to know structures of the music, like because there are do, re, mi, fa, sol, and you would know which one is do or ro or so because you already have good hearing, and you will learn this when you are advanced in guitar, and so you're not a beginner anymore. I learned this in 6 months with my teacher. Where can you buy a guitar? I bought mine in a guitar store called Tiganagri Music House. It is located in Jalan Soka nomor 4. It has very many various guitars and many other musical instruments, so it's not just guitar, and also affordable prices. Or you could also buy in Gramedia, for example, but I think Gramedia doesn't have money much as Tiga Negeri Music House. Or you could buy in the marketplace online stores like Shopee or Tokopedia or Lazada and many much more. Where do guitarists perform? So here in the stadium. Fun fact, does anybody know anything about the Beatles? I'm pretty sure you've heard of the music Yesterday or Here Comes the Sun, Come Together. So, fun fact, the Beatles is the first ever band to hold a stadium concert in the 1963 in America, I think, or could be in England. Because they have so many fans that they couldn't even find a place to perform, so they had to rent a huge stadium for their fans to watch their show. Next, we have the auditorium. It is usually in places like college or maybe schools if they have it, but it's pretty rare in there. Now we have the cafe, or guitarists can also perform in cafe places to perform, or maybe even jazz bars is also a good example for cafe places because I think they're almost the same thing. Guitar is good for your brain. So our brain has two types or two sides. It is the right side and the left side. The right side is used for creativity, art, and music, and the left side is for logical thinking like math, counting. So if you want to improve your IQ, music is a good way to improve your brain exercising. So after you learn music, you will memorize scales and music notes and many different stuff. Guitar has 6 strings. You can see it has 6 strings, and the first parts of the strings is the A, E, A, D, and it is also called the bass. So the bass produces a deeper sound, and the last 3 strings produces a melodic sound or the harmony sound, so it makes a sound that's higher than the bass sounds. So are the guitar legendaries. This is also my inspiration and vary from the 19th. First here we have the George Harrison. He is the one of the most famous guitarist of the Beatles, other than John Lennon, if you've ever heard of him. Like I've explained it, if you've ever heard like music like Yesterday, it is Beatles music. Next, we have Elvis Presley. He is the one who invented rock and roll or rock and blues from the 1950s. Next, we have Chuck Berry, who also continued from Elvis Presley from the 1950s as well. And next, we have Brian May, who is also a guitarist from Queen. He is popular in the 1980s. So this is my main inspiration. He's called Paul McCartney, and I'm really big fan of him. I have a poster of him in my room, and I have him also in my phone lock screen. Also, fun fact of him, he is born in the UK in Liverpool in 1943 before World War II. So he's like an older grandpa right now. He's also still alive right now, but I think he's about 4 years old because his birthday was in July today. He's really a great composer, and I'm a really big fan of his work. I've always took him as my inspiration to play guitar, to keep up my playing guitar. Like, I've always been a big fan of him. So I would say playing guitar is a way to express ourselves in music. So if you love music, you could use playing guitar to play any kinds of music, and it's also a way to escape from reality. And yeah, that's it. Rock and roll is just rhythm and blues with a backbeat. All you need is a guitar, a voice, and some soul. Said by Elvis Presley. Thank you and have a good day.
Terima kasih.